Pan Lu and her son keep the books in a small apartment in Shanghai. The books cover topics ranging from science to religion and have been kept by Pan's father-in-law Lin Daozhi and his family since 1943. Lin's nephew said the books belong to a Jewish man who fled Germany during the war, adding that they know him only as Karl. The man became president of a local Jewish school in Shanghai at the time. Karl left the books to his friend Lin Daozhi before returning to Germany in 1943. Before his departure, he vowed to Lin that one day he would come back to Shanghai to claim his books. Lin never forgot Karl's words. At the height of the war, Lin had to flee Shanghai for his hometown in neighboring Zhejiang province. Even under such circumstances, Lin didn't forget the books. He hired 10 porters to move all of the books to Zhejiang.
Karl's books were actually from the library in his Jewish school. There are serial numbers in the books and also stamps with the school's name. These books are written in several languages, including German, English, Hebrew, and French.
In September 1947, 2 years after World War II had ended, Lin received a letter from Karl saying he was back in Germany. He said his home had suffered little damage at the hands of the Nazis and that he had a government job. Karl said he looked forward to hearing from Lin. However, over the years, Karl and Lin gradually lost contact. The books survived wars and the Cultural Revolution and were handed down from one generation to the next after Lin died in 1981. But neither Karl nor his relatives have shown up to collect the books. Lin's relatives are still trying to contact Karl's family in order to return the books.
When Lin was alive, he always said Karl would definitely come back and retrieve the books, since he had promised so. But even today, we are still waiting.
Since the family plans to move out of the apartment where the books are stored, they have contacted the Shanghai Jewish Refugees Museum for help. They have also published a notice calling for finding the owner of the books.
Karl or your descendants, the books you have left to priest Lin Daozhi of Hongkou district of Shanghai are still being kept by his relatives. Please retrieve them.
The Shanghai Jewish Refugees Museum has contacted the German and Israeli consulates in Shanghai to help find Karl or his relatives in Germany. Until the owner of the books shows up, the Hongkou District Library has promised to keep the books on behalf of Lin's family.